Hi, Bell Charter students. How are you? I am doing well. I miss you so much. I really, really do. I have a book I'd like to share with you, and this one falls under the category of nonfiction. Now, I know we talked about this in the library before, and I know in your classrooms you've talked about it too, the difference between fiction and nonfiction. I want you to take a moment and think about what those two different things mean. Fiction and nonfiction. Okay, so if you said fiction were stories that were made up, that's true. Nonfiction means stories, or maybe not even stories, but books that contain factual information. Now, of course, there are some circumstances in fiction books that could happen, but, the idea is made up. Nonfiction contains books usually for information's sake. And this book today is a nonfiction book. However, it's so fascinating. And this one's called Actual Size. And I've always loved this book because it has images of the actual size of things. So for example, this hand is actual size. I'm going to put my hand up against it. Let's see. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Now, I have small hands, even for an adult. But look at that. Look at that hand. So you could imagine, though, the size of the body that's attached to that hand. Well, this will be explored within the book, so we'll get to that. On the back side of the book, whoops, there's a glare. We'll take a look, but you can kind of see, look at that spider. Now, for reference again, here's my hands, and there's that spider. I've told some of your classes that in my house, I'm the spider killer. Actually, I try not to kill them. I try just to shoo them outside and pick them up, send them out, because they eat mosquitoes, and I don't care for mosquitoes. But nevertheless, I'm not afraid of bugs. I'm just not. I see one, it's okay. I'm not scared. However, if somebody in my house yelled, "Mom, there's a spider in the bathtub," and I came in to get rid of it, and I saw this spider, I don't think I'd be so brave. I think I might panic just a little, maybe a lot. Anyhow, so this is a really, really cool book. So let's get into it. Actual Size. Did you ever look a giant squid in the eye? Have you shaken hands with a gorilla or been face to face with a tiger? All of the animals in this book are shown at actual size, so you can see how you measure up to creatures both large and small. And here, for example, is the Atlas moth, and that's the actual size of the moth. That's huge. Again, here's my hand, and there's the moth. Usually a moth, can fit on a finger or something. They're really, really small. Oh, the giant squid lives deep in the ocean, where its enormous eyes, to help it see in the dim light. You ready for this? That's his eye. Now look, it's next to my eye. Look at the difference. So think about this for a minute. My eyes, look at the difference. My eyes are kind of proportional to the rest of my face, right? That means my eyes are, not too big, not too small, and it kind of fits in with my face. Now imagine the kind of how big a face or how big a head would need an eye this big. I need both hands to hold it up. It needs 2 pages, and this is a big book. Wow, that is amazing. Aw. The Alaskan brown bear is the largest meat-eating animal that lives on land. Look at that head. Again, this is actual size. This is my head. Oh my gosh, you know what? I wonder, could my head fit in his mouth, do you think? I don't want to find out. This is as close as I want to get to the mouth of a brown bear. Here is the largest bird, an ostrich. with its egg. Wow, that's the size of its egg. That almost might be as big as my head too. I bet, I'll have to bring this book, this is from my own home, but I'll have to bring this into the library. We actually might have this in the library. If not, I'll bring mine in, and we can compare to see if your head is the size of an ostrich egg. Well, I'll tell you, we don't wait that long. I can tell you right now. Gotta get the glasses for this one, though. Oh, that's just the ostrich. So it's up to 8 feet, or 9 feet. I don't think the egg's 9 feet big. The ostrich is. So, a 2-foot long tongue. This must be a giant anteater snacking on its favorite food, termites. All right, this time is appropriate. Stick your tongue out. My tongue's not 2 feet long. Look how long this tongue is. Can you imagine? You could sit 2 feet away from your table and eat your food. I don't think that's those aren't really good manners, so I don't recommend it. But if you had a 2-foot long tongue, you could do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's the spider from the back of the book. It's called the Goliath bird eater tarantula. Is big enough to catch and eat birds and small animals. Now I mentioned that the spiders that I don't like to kill, I like to put them outside. Those eat mosquitoes. And think about how little mosquitoes are. And then think about this spider. This spider can eat a bird. Oh my goodness. Here's my hand. Look at that. Look at the size of that. Yikes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, this needs 3 pages. The saltwater crocodile, the world's largest reptile, is a man-eater. Look at that. 3. Is it even big enough to fit on the screen? Look at that. Oh my gosh. My head could definitely fit inside that. And again, this is as close as I would ever want to get to this crocodile. Look at those teeth. Wow. That might be longer than your arm. Huh. I have to hold it up or else I'd stick my arm there and just see. Again, when we're back in the library, we'll have to test that to see. This crocodile can get up to 23 feet long. That's really, really big. You know what we should do? When we're all back together in the library, we should lay students down to see how long 23 feet is. How many students we'd have to lay, head to toe, head to toe, head to toe to get to 23 feet. I bet it'd be quite a lot. Maybe 6, 7, not 7, maybe 7. The Goliath frog lives in Africa. It's big enough to catch and eat birds and rats. Oh, look how big that frog is. Yesterday, I was running on a trail and I could hear one area. I could hear a frog. It was a very, very large frog, loud frog. But if I looked and I saw the frog was this big, I might run faster. Maybe that's a good thing. Ooh, scary. This is too close to a great white. Yeah, this is good enough for me. The teeth are about 4 inches long. Look at that. This is my hand. Oh, I'm getting nervous just putting my hand there. And it's not even a real tooth. But the special thing about sharks, too, not only are sharks' teeth pointy here, but they're sharp here on the side, like a steak knife. It's called serrated. Big fancy word, huh? Oh, here's from the cover of the book. The large gorilla, I'm sorry, this is why I usually wear glasses. The huge gorilla and the pygmy mouse lemur both have hands a lot like ours. Yeah, look at your hand. Look at my hand. There's the creases and the fingers and the thumb And all of that, our thumbs are a bit more pronounced. Do you see that? But look at the difference. Yikes. Imagine giving high five to a gorilla. High five. The little lemur, though, little. Oh my goodness, look how little he is. Put that up close. It's like my fingertip. Little tiny hand, huh? Let's see, what else? Ooh. The Siberian tiger is the biggest of the big cats. Look at his face. Yikes, look, it takes up the entire screen. Actual size, remember? That's the name of the book. Let's see. Oh, this foot belongs to the largest land animal. Can you imagine what that is? What's the biggest animal that lives on land? It's the African elephant. That's his foot. This is my foot. And I have an average size foot. So yeah, and that brings us to the end. Now, when we come back together in the library and I bring this book in, if you ever want to check it out, there's more information about the various animals at the end of the book. So lots of great details. But we also have oh, look at that. The giant Gippsland earthworm. That's a worm. What kind of fish could you catch with a worm like this on your hook? I don't know. I guess it'd be pretty big, though. Well, this was a fun book. Yeah. And you know what? In the library, we have all kinds of nonfiction books. And sometimes people think, oh, just finding information, it's so academic, it's kind of dry and boring. But no. This was so much fun to read. And I wish I could read it with you in person. I wish we could have little experiments in the library with this. We will. I just can't wait to do it. So you take care so I can see you again. See you later, friends.